So I am a jazz bass player, and for most of my career, I have been pretty much focused on creating the best bass lines I can. And once in a while, I write a song and I try and create a pretty melody and write some nice harmony for it. So this whole venture into lyrics has been a really exciting and nerve-wracking enterprise. And I feel really grateful that I've had 3 artists that I have either drawn from for inspiration, collaborated with, or used their beautiful poetry to inspire the melodies and the harmonies and the rhythms. The first is Celeste Snowburr, Dr. Celeste Snowburr is a professor at SFU in embodiment education, and she's a poet, dancer, scholar. She wrote the lyrics for Ancient Yearning, which was created for a collaboration we did with a choir from a New West secondary school conducted by my sister, actually. And she wrote this beautiful piece of poetry called Ancient Yearning as a response to the song that the young singers were singing in the choir. And then I set it to music. I thought it was a beautiful, almost Coltrane-esque. I sort of wanted it to have this sort of ancient feeling, modal feeling of this sort of growing yearning that married, hopefully well, with her lyric. And then there was this children's book we used to read to Tristan every night for 2 years. And I could barely get through it without crying because it was such a beautiful piece of art. It's called Welcome Song for Baby, written by a First Nation poet named Richard Van Camp. When I sat down to do the project and I wanted to write a song that sort of honored that feeling I had when Tristan was first born, of just sort of being in awe of him and in awe of the honor it was to be his parent. There is a line in it that just used to blow me away. You have made the world beautiful again. And again is the key point. The world is beautiful, and you have made it more beautiful. And I just remember there's such optimism in that line, and it's such an invitation for a young person to know that they are beautiful right from the get-go, right from the minute they enter the planet. I think that's a very healing thought. You know, you have made the world beautiful again. You are part of it. So I talked to Richard and asked if he would allow us to use some of his lyric in that song, and he agreed, and I'm so thrilled to be in collaboration with him on the song Beautiful Again. Last but not least, Miss Sherry Ulrich, who is one of Canada's, I would argue, greatest songwriters. She has a long, amazing career of writing some of the most powerful lyric. I mean, I text her and say, I cannot get through some of her songs without crying. She's just brilliant. And we had the pleasure of working together at a songwriting workshop a couple of years ago. And I just am such a huge fan of hers. So I emailed her. This is where the vulnerability comes in. It says, I've heard all these songs and they have lyrics. And you're like a master lyricist, and would you look at my songs? And she agreed, and then workshopped some of my songs with me, and one in particular, Listen, we really worked on together. And I've listed her as a co-writer because she really helped take what was, I think, a strong song and just open it to a whole other level of depth. So I can't say enough about Sherry. She's amazing. All 3 of those lyricists are amazing. So as you can see, it takes a team to put anything together. I am fortunate enough to have been the one that kind of gets the ball rolling and creates the templates for all of these artists to be featured and showcased. And I'm just so proud of the work that we've done on this.